Hey, welcome to Diversity in Cinema Academy. I'm Theta Catalan, and this is the place to be if you're an independent filmmaker, video creator, and screenwriter. So all this month, I have been dropping tips for filmmakers in my vlogmas series, 24 filmmaking tips till Christmas. We're almost done. We are almost at the finish line. So in this video, we're going to be talking about music clearances. One of the biggest things that a filmmaker really should know is that when you put a piece of music in your film, that it needs to be cleared, meaning that you need to reach out to that talent or have a music supervisor, because those are the ones who really does that for you. So you would say, oh, I want this song, this song, this song, this song, and they will reach out to whatever entity is responsible for that music and get clearance on it. So say for instance, when you hear these stories, like when Khalees, had all that drama with her song or her sound or her voice or whatever it was that was a part of Beyonce's Renaissance album, is this whole thing of like she didn't get permission and all this kind of stuff, or she didn't give the courtesy. So here's the deal. Beyonce don't have to reach out to Khalees or any other artist, because they have what is called music supervisors that goes to the entity that is responsible for that catalog of music, and then they sign off on it, and then baby, you collect your royalty checks off of whatever they just signed off of. That is really how it is done, and it's the same thing done in films. So sometimes an artist may not even know that their song is going to be a part of a particular film, because all of that was cleared by the people who are responsible for the catalog. So I just want you to keep that in mind when you are choosing music for your film. Now, another thing is like if you want music from somebody like Beyonce in your film, well, that can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's going to cost a lot of money. And if you don't get that cleared, because I know, I had, somebody reach out to me one time. I think I was doing a live on Instagram, and she said she wanted to put a piece of music into her film. Well, she did it. She had put it in a short, and then she had submitted the short, and they rejected the short because they said the music was copyrighted and that it needed to be cleared. Do she have a clearance for that? Well, obviously she don't. So you can't do that. And that is the reason why is because those people need to get a licensing fee. So they first of all get paid for you to even put it in their film, and then they also get their royalties as well. So, and in order for you to put their information in whatever publishing, like if they have ASCAP, then you need all of those splits, you need all of those details, and your music supervisor will get that information from the artist, if you're going direct with an artist, or from whatever entity is responsible for that catalog. So they'll let you know what the splits are, and then once you have figured out the splits, and so when I say splits, meaning like 50% is going to go to the artist, 50% is going to go to the producer, or whatever that breakdown is, 10% here, 10% here, 10%, whoever, they may have a songwriter, the artist, they have the producer, it'd be multiple producers, and then if you sampled some music and whatever that percentage is, like, so they're gonna have those splits. They're gonna have a breakdown, because you have to create a music cue sheet. That is part of your deliverables. So you need to have a music cue sheet that's breaking all of that down, and then once you're done with that, that needs to be submitted to those publishing companies like ASCAP and BMI or whatever other, they have other ones out there. Then you need to submit that music cue sheet to them, because then they're going to input that stuff into their system. And so whenever they, like if it's on television, and whenever that is played, whatever that little 0.0001% of what they're gonna get paid on that, then it's gonna be sent out to those publishing companies to let them know that, hey, this song was played in this show at this time and whatever. Anyway, so that can be a whole video in itself for me to really break that down and explain that to you, but that is just something for me to put on your mind so you can understand what it takes to get music cleared in your film. And when I say music, I'm talking about songs, and it can just be a piece of music. So say for instance, if somebody just composed something for you, besides the composer and somebody just gave you a piece of music and you really like and you want to put it in there, that I'm talking about that music as well. So it don't just have to be songs. Whatever kind of music we hear, that all needs to be cleared, okay? So the next video is going to be all about color correction. So I'll see you then. Hey, thanks for tuning in to my 24 filmmaking tips till Christmas. If you are enjoying this series, be sure to visit Diversity in Cinema Academy's website, where they have a ton of resources there. If you're interested in leveling up your film business, you can check out my online course,